another chance to improve or redeem yourself. And your book somehow has something to do with that. You know, it's something to do with making the most of those opportunities when they come.
Yeah, I mean, that really brings us to the topic of the book and what it's really about at its core. I apologize, for some reason my printer has come to life and is making weird sounds.
It wants to tell you something.
Right. The reason why I wrote this book at the time that I did was really because of what you're talking about. I thought about writing this book like 10 years earlier, and it would have been a very different book at that time. It would have been probably me in a really dark place telling a really sad story, and to, I don't know, to get some sympathy and sell some books and make some money. Like, no good reasons to write a book and put it out, right? But the reason I wrote this book when I did is because I came to a place in my life where I realized, wow, there's a happy ending to this story. It has to do with second chances. It has to do with hope and recovery. And it has to do with realizing that you're not defined by your past mistakes. You're defined by what you're doing with them now or today and in the future. And yeah, I mean, this is my like fourth chance in life, you know, and I'm sure there will be 5, 6, and 7 after this. I'm just making the most of this one now because I feel so good being where I'm at. I'm 6 years sober at this point. Getting sober was a life-changing moment for me. And it was kind of the beginning of closure on a time in my life that was really difficult and hard, leaving the band and everything that came with that. It was a really confusing time for me, you know, not just in terms of the pain of that loss, but grappling with my identity, grappling with my relationship with anxiety and depression, and then alcoholism on top of all of that. And I really, during those years, I didn't see there was going to be a third or fourth chance or anything. I just kind of, my attitude was like very defeatist. You know, it was like, this is my lot in life. This is how things went down. I just have to accept it and try to enjoy, you know, the rest of my miserable life. When I got sober, because I'd had enough, you know, sick and tired of being sick and tired, and hit a sort of spiritual bottom, everything kind of changed in my perspective, and the world kind of opened up for me again. And I realized it was I who was the maker of my own misery, at least to some extent, and that the second and third and fourth chances were things that would come if I just got out of my own way, you know. And with recovery came opportunities, came clarity, came new focus. You know, that manic focus we talked about earlier, I had lost that almost completely. It was something that had been diverted into just sort of obsessive compulsive behaviors. I wasn't creating anything, at least not anything that I was passionate about. But when I got, and I could think clearly again, and my eyes were open and my heart was open and I was spiritually more connected to the world around me. Then things started coming to me. I started having focus again on things that were inspiring to me, things that I wanted to do with my time and my energy that I thought were worthwhile and gave me a sense of purpose and meaning. And that led to me going back to school and deciding I wanted to be a therapist. So the master's in clinical psychology. While I was in grad school, this book, just all of a sudden I was like, holy shit, I have an ending to my book, right? And I have for it. And oh yeah, I'm a pretty good writer. I was an English major. I used to love writing.
That's where it all cuts. That's great.
So it was all of those things. It was just like, okay, I'm allowing myself a third and fourth chance in life, and who knows what will come after. I'm very grateful for the chances I have right now.